All right, let's head to Michigan now. NBC's Shaquille Brewster is in Grand Haven. And Shaq, you're following the contentious governor's race there. Former President Trump, yet again, waiting until the last minute to back a candidate. What's the read on how that's playing out?
Yeah, it's the latest move in what has already been a dynamic and chaotic race. I mean, this is a race where you saw the early front runners kicked off the ballot because of invalid signatures. You also have Democratic groups in recent weeks spending millions of dollars to influence the race and the result of the Republican primary. And then we got that endorsement from former President Trump. And I'll tell you, two of the leading candidates in this race, the candidates who have the most name recognition, who have been spending the most money, now they're going back and forth over the impact of that endorsement. In conversations I had with them earlier today, listen to how they're framing it.
There's nothing like President Trump coming into a race. We've seen that across the country, so we feel very honored to have his support. And I received that phone call from him. It was a great night to get that right at the end of the race, to have him say, I see your message, I see your vision, and I want to support you.
Trump was so convinced that Tudor was great. Why didn't he endorse her months ago? He waited till Friday night, 2 days before the election, and it's the wrong choice. His advisors gave him bad information.
Dixon actually telling me that part of what went into President Trump's endorsement is the idea that she started to rise in the polls, that she was getting more money. She essentially was saying she needed to win over the former president. But his endorsement is not just being watched in the race to take on Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer, but it's also being watched in the 3rd congressional district. There you have a Trump-endorsed candidate, John Gibbs, taking on Peter Meijer. Meijer was one of the 10 Republicans to back impeachment after the January 6th insurrection. So you have many races here in this primary that will prove to be a test of former President Trump's influence over Republican voters in this battleground state.
And Shaq, obviously, a lot of politicians may be after Trump's endorsement. But what are voters' decisions? How are they playing out with these factors tomorrow?
Well, Stephen, I'll tell you, I spoke to a lot of undecided Republican voters yesterday. I want you to listen to what they told me when I asked them exactly that. What is the impact of former President Trump's endorsement on their thinking when they head to the voting booth? Does President Trump's endorsement carry some weight with you?
Yes, a lot.
Why is that?
Because I thought he was a very good president, and I think the last election was a fraud.
I do support President Trump, but I know that people have turned on him as far as he supports them, and then they turn around and do something different. So I think I can choose for myself, but I do take it under consideration.
President Trump says, I support this candidate, I'm endorsing this one over another. Does that carry weight for you?
Not really.
Why not?
I like to look at the person themselves.
The Secretary of State's office says more than 600,000 voters have already returned their absentee ballot, but there is so much uncertainty as we head into Election Day.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.